I'm Polhemus. I've been connected with Christian adventure camping for over 50 years, and this is my 50th year here at Wanakee. Let's see, you want to know a favorite memory? On several occasions I came to Wanakee as Joshua the storyteller, and all I did was to tell stories. I would ride into camp on my bicycle with all my gear. I would set up a tent down in the field, and that's where I stayed. And I would meet campers at various places and tell them various biblical stories, sometimes other stories. Always direct quote from Scripture. I didn't add anything to it. That was the kind of the given premise of being the storyteller. The thing I remember most about the week, particularly one week, was that on Thursday night we had celebration. And we started with communion at Whale Rock. And I told the Passion story from the time of the Last Supper through the crucifixion, but we moved to various points in the camp as I added to the story, and we ended in the chapel with the crucifixion and burial of Jesus. And the kids had to go up the hill, absolutely quiet, no talking, until they got to their campfire. At 6:30 on Friday morning, a message went up to one of the sites that we had chosen. I'd talked with the counselors about it. And they received a message, a written message, that they were to go immediately to Monkey Island. And they had a choice. They could either come or they could not come. They chose to come, and as they were going down to the waterfront to get into the canoes, the hopper bell rang, and as they were launching out to the island, breakfast was being served. So they didn't know what was going to happen. I had gone over to Monkey Island before, and this is before the fire ban on Monkey Island. And I had their breakfast for them, all ready for them, and they came. And then I told them the story of the resurrection. And I had them practice this story, so they had learned it verbatim. I don't know which translation I was using at that point, but then they were charged that they had to go back and tell everybody in the camp the story of the resurrection, so that they did not leave with the fact that Jesus was crucified, dead, and buried. And they did that. They paired off in twos, and they would stop whoever they could stop all day long telling the story. And what was really unique is that some people came to visit Wanakee, and as they were coming up to the farmhouse, two of the campers stopped them and said, "I've got a story to tell to you." And they told them the story of the resurrection. And that was really one of the highlights of my time. That was also the cue for Joshua to leave. I would pack up my tent and all my gear on my bicycle and ride out of camp, and that would be the last they would see of Joshua. So that's one of my favorite stories.